the YouTube live on Measuring What Matters. Measuring What Matters. Written by John Doerr. Think of it as book club at a book club. Who recommended book club? That would be Kirby Chang. Where Kirby Chang, is that related to Larry Chang? Yes. Not related to Ed Chen, Bruce Wayne, Larry Chang. Not related to John Teo, Tim Chang, Larry Chang. Well, the third Larry Chang, yes, but not Larry Chang, Cheng, which is the John Doerr book. The John Doerr book. Am I going to be selling you the John Doerr book for $800,000? Coincidentally, yes, because it's book club. And who comes to book club? Who comes to book club? That would be people that have prior been in book club. Who is a prior person that's been in book club? That would be Clyde with the Mark McCormick book with a Shih Tzu named I get the Shih Tzu and the girlfriend mixed up. Gracie. Gracie the Shih Tzu. Why is Gracie the Shih Tzu important? Because I can never remember the human names. Because in measuring what matters is puppy names. What matters is does your dog get cuter from iteration to iteration? Because I'm not going to ask you if you get better video to video, because I'm assuming that you do. I'm going to ask you if your dog gets cuter between visits, which is the John Doerr book, Measuring What Matters. Because when people don't get better between books, did you even read the book? This is why when Kirby Chang said, hey, would you like to read a motivational book? Cheers to motivational books. I'm like, a motivational book? Heck yes, I want to read a motivational book.
He's so cute.
Oh, there are cute dogs everywhere. Your dogs look like they're twins.
Look at yours.
We had a twin earlier.
That's Tom Brady.
Who's this?
This is Pierre.
Pierre.
We met you on the trail.
Yeah. Good memory. We had a dog, Gracie, that was exactly like. So it's Pierre and.
Benny.
Oh my God, you guys look like you have the exact same dog.
Yeah.
Very similar body language too. Pierre. When your dog behaves well on the trail, when your dog behaves well on the trail, what we're doing is we're humans on a trail, which is this book. Because you might think that this trail sucks. You might think that this reality sucks ass. You might think, oh my God, I gotta compete with presidents and I'm in grade school? What do I mean by that? Maybe a topic for a different time. Chapter 14, the YouTube story, Susan Wojcicki. Susan. This is John Doerr's book, which is talking about marketing and management. Measuring what matters. never bringing up distribution. Well, barely bringing it up. When you juxtapose the words marketing with sales, people get angry. When you juxtapose startup management with startup starting, people go bankrupt. When those two words get swapped out, which is startup marketing, startup selling, Trey has entered the chat. What's going on? What's going on? I strategically aligned the light coincidentally behind the plant because starting up, it's nearly impossible to do. Meaning managing a startup versus starting a startup. This is why we're benefiting from a billionaire's book that's pretty good, actually. It's not a great book, but here's the opportunity that we have because we're going to measure and distribute what matters, which is we're going to fix and edit a book by John Doerr. We're fixing and editing it because it's actually an okay book. It's actually an okay book. What are we doing right now? What we're doing is we're sharing what you see in the background versus dropping hilarious jokes. So after your timeout, come back better. Where will you react to something that I've said? Because I'm reading what you're saying, and it'd be great if we could be in alignment. Oh my God, chapter 8. Chapter 8. Oh my God, chapter 8. I bet I'm getting the chapter wrong. Oh, I did get it wrong. Did I say chapter 8? I did say chapter 8. I did say chapter 8. Did I say chapter 8? I think I said chapter 8. Alignment. Where can we align ourselves? I hope you prosper as well. I'm surrounded by dogs, which is a good thing. Measuring what matters, alignment. This is my Fitness Pal as a business exit, which is a company that sold for over $400 million to Under Armour. Roger A 2415D. Look. You're going to love this. Yeah. Chapter 8 is 0.468 of a unicorn. What's 0.468? It's $468 million of a full unicorn, where a full unicorn is 1 billion. A full unicorn is 1 billion. A full unicorn is 1 billion. My nephew, Kirby Chang, came up with, hey, Larry, do you want to be in a book club with me on a motivational book? Why did he drag me into his motivational book? Because I dragged him into James Nestor's book on breathing. See, who he's trying to get me back by making me read a book that he's reading. What did we discover? Is that John Doerr's book is actually pretty good. I like it. 0.468 is the Hong Kong rule. Thank you. You're right. I should not sugarcoat. You're right. I shouldn't sugarcoat shit all. I should not sugarcoat anything. I shouldn't sugarcoat. Ooh, measure what matters. Let's unsugarcoat things because it's Valentine's Day for boondoggles. What's a boondoggle? A boondoggle is where we go to a party that's paid for. By the way, let's next year go to the Los Angeles Super Bowl. Let's next year go to the Los Angeles Super Bowl. Boondoggle. Boondoggle, page 29. West Coast Computer Fair. Boondoggle, page 43. The Crush Kickoff. Boondoggle. What's a boondoggle? It's basically a party. I mean, think about this word. Goal Summit. I mean, what kind of work event is Goal Summit going to be? What kind of goals can you do? Well, it turns out it's also on page 193. Do you like how I took a book? That is pure and perfect, and then I wrote all over it? Measuring what matters. Can you remember, recall, and recite the names of puppies that you meet on the road? Can you go to a event and be ROI positive? Can you go to a book club and keep in mind what OKR even stands for, which is page 78. Objectives, key objectives and keys. OKR. Ooh, this is something that we can do together. What is something that is a key result or an objective that you want to get from hanging out with me? I like it. I like that a lot. Oh my God. I kind of don't get it though. Is it OKR, OKC? Or are we just doing Oklahoma, not city, Oklahoma residents? Explain to me what Oklahoma is. Oh, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. How about Oriental Cowboy Resources? Oh, Oklahoma Super City. How about Oriental Cowboy with a K, Cowboy Resourcefulness? English only press, LOL. Ron Lowther has chimed in to say hi. What's going on? Oh, no, that's the best. Yeah. We don't want to say Asian anymore because basically when you say Asian, you're basically saying India, Pakistan. And when you lump the Chinese people in with the Indians and the Pakistanis, especially the crappy Indians from northern India, I think southern India is slightly better. I think the scam call centers don't come as hard. They don't come as hard. That's what she said. That's what she said. This coffee shop, this coffee shop is packed with puppies. I think we want to say OP, Oriental Persuasion. I think we want to say Oriental Persuasion. I have no idea what the people's names are. I definitely know your dog, though. I have no idea what human names are. I definitely know the dog of your name, the name of your dog. Measure what matters. Ooh. Since we're talking about measuring what matters, let's bridge over to what are your thoughts on crypto? What's amazing with crypto is you want to make money in fiat dollars and you want to save it in Bitcoin. And when people don't do that, India's the Mexico of Asia. That's actually somewhat inaccurate, but accurate because I think Mexican stuff's great. I don't like Mexican girls only because in Texas everyone pretends to not be Mexican. No. You don't want to do drugs. No doing drugs. Doing drugs is bad. So when you make money in US dollars and you save it in Bitcoin, you don't want to use some altcoin unless you're the one who made the fork off the main chain, which is what every shitcoin is. It's just a sequel crypto to Ethereum. Like I didn't really know this, that it's all built off of Ethereum because it's not, you don't want to do it that way. Why don't you want to do it that way? 2 words, pre-mine. Yeah, that's incorrect. Where initially it was too big to fail, which is banks, and then it was too pedo to fail, which is why, hey, the Epstein files are going to collapse Bitcoin. That's not true. That's not true at all because it's Epstein giving money to MIT people, and just because the MIT people are near Bitcoin, remember MIT. They gave people 400 Bitcoin or $80 for sushi, and nobody saved the 400 Bitcoin. So when you're like, oh, Epstein's 300K to a person at MIT named Jeremy Rubin makes Epstein Satoshi Nakamoto. Here's the thing. Epstein was actually a retard. Let me repeat that because I'm Larry Chang, because we're talking about measuring what matters. Epstein was actually a retard. And when he seems to make money, he's making money on the arbitrage of, I have dirty pictures of you. And he got a little too cocky and he can't read. Have you seen the things that he wrote on the chalkboard? It's like a cave drawing. He looks like a retard. I know. You're welcome. Tom, Bruce Wang, Ed Chen, Bruce Wang, Larry Chang. We should do, Roger, we should do. That's actually pretty funny. What's great is if your dad's around, you're probably not super gay. If your dad's around. The whole problem is where you lose your dad and then somebody makes you gay by doing some bull queer stuff. Oh my God. Measure what matters. When The book takes a hiccup through Bill Gates. That's okay. That's okay because it's a $30 billion startup that kind of wanted to make you sick via COVID. What are your thoughts on women? Ooh, put a pin in that. Epstein is still alive in Israel. I saw the arm tattoo of the corpse, and I saw the username of a Microsoft chat username of an existing person. I saw those things. They seem they seem plausible. I would not put anything by I would not put anything by the wall huggers. What I will say, which is useful because this video is called Measure What Matters, what I will say is GSB, GSB, which is the Goyam School of Business. What's a Goyam, Larry? A Goyam is me and you. I mean, we're all Goyam, and we get to be in 4,600 videos on the Goyam School of Business, which is, what are your thoughts on women? I think today is one of the best days to cold outreach, cold call. Is this also on page 12? It is. Should I read what page 12 is? What book am I reading from? What book am I reading from? What book am I reading from? This book. Page 12. Page 12. Page 12. Page 19. Remember, you asked me about women. I'd hoped to land an internship. I'd hoped to land an internship at one of the Valley's venture capital firms, but they all turned me down. Once I suggested I try a chip company they'd funded in Santa Clara, a place called Intel. I cold called the highest ranking Intel person I could get on the phone, Bill Davidow, who headed up the microcomputer chip division. He started his start by cold calling venture capital firms. Think about how when you start cold calling, that's what makes you That's what makes you able to meet new people. When you say crypto definition is a digital receipt that incriminates its users, it's more just a universal ledger. And that's the chain of alterations to a accounting ledger. So it's a universal ledger that's triple entry accounting, where what you're doing is by measuring what matters, you're removing the rulers from the money supply. What are rulers from the money supply? It's no more central banking. It's no more. It's no more. It's no more. It's no more treasury and central bank. It's just a repository of Bitcoin money that can't be pre-mined, that can't be fucked around with, because the ledger, it's set in a agreement where all the people agree with all the other ledgers. And the way to get to what's called consensus is via questions about math. So consensus is universal. So what was innovative? It was double entry accounting that ducked fraud. Remember, we're talking about measuring what matters. My channel's on what they don't teach you in school. And so when you have a triple entry ledger system, it's Bitcoin. A triple ledger entry system is impossible to fake. What's also good about the triple entry system is the fact that you don't need a governmental authority. Why is a governmental authority bad? Why is a governmental authority bad? It's bad because government authorities, they end up trying to give money to their friends. And the language for it is weird because they don't call it a ledger, they call it a node, N-O-D-E. I brought something with me today. I brought something with me today. Brady. Ugh. I brought something with me today. I brought something with me today. It's a puppy. It's a puppy who smells and licks himself in the nose. Do you know why he licks himself in the nose? It's because he doesn't have thumbs. Brady, are you jealous that I have a thumb? Are you jealous that I have a thumb? Who has two thumbs and has a Shih Tzu? This guy. Measuring What Matters, John Doerr, D-O-E-R-R. Since we're measuring what matters, do you guys want to join my book club? It's a book club on a $11.50 book. I will actually buy you a copy of the book so long as you read 2 chapters. Chapter 8 and chapter 14. Larry, what's chapter 14? Chapter 14 is YouTube. Do you like how the book is in and of itself trying to get into alignment with chapter 14, which is the platform that we're on right now, YouTube? I like that. Who has ever given you a free book? Larry, are you going to go broke giving away free books? No. Because the free book that you get, that's $11, you only get that money back if you read 2 chapters. And that's how we're going to study, buddy. I would ask you to study the whole book. You know what? Here's an even shorter chapter. You can be one of those people that just reads the last chapter. That'd be chapter 21. because the whole book is hinging around chapter 21, which is Launchpad. And then after Launchpad, he goes into dedications, where he talks about his coach and many mentors, which is Bill Campbell. Who's Bill Campbell? He's a person who really likes football, and he really likes coaching up founders. And so you and I get to study buddy the book. We get to study buddy this book. We get to study buddy. Have you ever joined a book club? Have you been in a book club? Have you been in a book club? Have you been in a book club where Have you been in a book club where your goal of reading a book was to make $800,000? Why don't I just say $1,000,000? Because the new millionaire is just having 600K. That's the new millionaire. That's the new millionaire. Kind of like a billionaire now is $600 million. Because last time I checked, it's not the 3 comma club. It's not the 2.7 comma club. It's the 3 comma club. It's not the 2 comma club. Oh my God, these jokes are landing perfectly. Larry, are you ever gonna do just humor again? I want to do humor right now. Measure what matters. Valentine's Day. Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Is it true that on Valentine's Day, people are going to ask you, hey, do you even know how to ride a horse? You're a Chinese guy in a cowboy hat. The Oriental Cowboy Resourcefulness. Cowboy with a K. Oh. Do you know how to ride a horse? 2, do you know where Brokeback Mountain is? What am I, Waze? Of course I know where Brokeback Mountain is. It's at the intersection of Hector's Brokeback Waffle Motel. What's Brokeback Waffle Motel? It isn't an hourly hotel because that's gross. It's a waffle motel that gives you a waffle for staying at the motel. It's a Brokeback Mountain waffle motel. Why a waffle motel? Because here's a problem that you may not know about. Here's a problem, is that the middle class is getting screwed. I think I've seen 200 dogs. I think I've seen 200 dogs. Waffle motel. The reason a waffle motel is entertaining is I don't want cereal at my hotel. I don't want fruit that's gross. I just want something warm. And I get how eggs and omelet is kind of expensive, but guess what's not expensive? Guess what's not expensive? A waffle. Because it turns out one of those syrups for waffles, it's $3 for an entire gallon of corn syrup. That's got that maple smoke flavor and a ton of corn syrup. BYOMS, which is bring your own maple syrup. Bring your own maple syrup. Maple syrup is like $13 to $15 for an 8-ounce container because it's maple syrup and you got to tap it out of a tree. Who recommended the book? Who recommended the book? Measure What Matters. Who recommended it? That would be Kirby Chang. Who's Kirby Chang? Who's Kirby Chang? Kirby Chang is my nephew. He's getting me back for wrangling him into a breathing book by James Nestor. James Nestor, Breathing, where he's like, haha, I'm reading a motivational book. I'm reading a motivational book. The motivational book that he brought up was not even a motivational book. It was a business book. It was a business book. There are now 4 people in book club. 5 people, which is Kirby Chang, Larry Chang, Kirby's boss, and Kirby's other boss, doing OKRs, objectives and key results. Are you and I going to do OKRs? We can. What are your objectives? What are your objectives? What are your objectives? What are your objectives on Valentine's Day? I think my dog's falling asleep. I'm going to answer my own question. My objectives. Ooh, my objective is to sign up 1 person for book club. What's book club? Book club is where you could read the whole book, but I'm going to set the bar kind of low because how many books did you read? How many books did you read? Be honest, last year. So if you can't read a whole book, you're not going to want to sign up for book club. But what if I were to get you to just read 2 chapters, and then the 2 chapters that we read are based on what your objectives and key results might be. So now I have to fortune tell and guess what chapters would be of benefit to you. Now I got to guess. But that's what makes book club unique on YouTube. Speaking of unique and on YouTube, chapter 14 is actually about YouTube. This watch is the 2-tone. 2 as in 1 less than 3, 1 more than 1. So it's a 2-tone. 2-tone, kind of like monotone, which is monochromatic, which is Tom Brady. He has 1 color. Well, technically 2 colors because he's white and black. He's black and he's white. You know why he's got black pigment? Look. He's got a black nose. He's got a black nose. He's got a black nose. Tell me something. Tell me why your username has YC at the end of it. Or is it NYC? Any new hustle for 2026? We're talking about our hustle right now. We're talking about our hustle right now, which is book club. John Doerr book. This is the hustle. This is the hustle, where we take a book that somebody else wrote, and then we write on the cover. We write on the cover. So we take a book, and then we write on the cover. We write on the cover. Why do we write on the cover? In the same way that people don't care if we get our book signed by somebody on the inside jacket, we're going to go ahead and just sign a book that we didn't write by writing on the cover. Oh my God. This is also, you asked what this hustle was. Since you're talking about butt stuff, what we're talking about is butt is the new first base. So women don't try to kiss your face as first base. They try to put a thumb in your butt through your pants. That's the new first base. It's not hugging because that's kind of beta and gives people the ick. It's butt is the new first base. This butt's the new first base. The new hustle for 2026. The new hustle for 2026. Yes, I have a lavalier mic. Do you want me to use it? I'll use it. Oh, a puppy. I totally wanted to pin it to my dog. Totally wanted to pin it to my dog, but I won't. What's his name? Vila? Vila, you're so cute. You're so cute. You have sparkly eyes. Vila, Vila, do you want a treat? It's a good for you treat from Whole Foods. No, you can say hi. You're very cute. Vila, you're so cute. Do you want peanut butter? Do you want peanut butter? You don't have to be sorry. This is meat.
How old is she?
He's 2.5. Hi, Vila. Hi, Vila. Hi, Vila. You're very cute. Vila, you're very cute. Your eyes are so sparkly.
She's 8 years old.
I have chicken in my pocket. Did she just get groomed?
Sorry?
Did she just get groomed?
2 weeks ago.
Oh, Brady. Brady, do you want a bath? You want a bath? Too aggressive? Too aggressive? You're so cute. It's Tom Brady.
Still Brady.
You want to pet him? Just pet his head. You want to smell him? Do you want to smell him? What's he smell like? Brady. Brady, she's not going to bite your butt.
No, but it's okay, Brady.
Oh, Brady. Oh, Brady, you're so cute. The reason we bring treats is yeah, Bud is the new first base. And it's not but like anything inserted in butt. It's just outside. I don't make up the rules. I don't make up the rules. Ricardo Miller has said hi. What's going on? By connecting to measuring what matters, we're realizing that Saturdays are days that define where you and I traject towards. Because on Saturday, you can kind of do anything you want. Are you going to do something that's self improvement? Are you going to do something such as read? Are you going to do something like book club where you get better at where you get better at where the improvement of book, the improvement of video, or the improvement of, I don't know, I do know, the improvement of, what if you were to use AI to write and get better? Did you guys ever have a goal to write a book? Did you guys ever have a 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 book idea that you said, I want to sell my idea? So Roger yesterday yesterday I'm two tables over there. So I'm over there. So I'm over there. So I'm over there, and a bachelorette party saw my dog. I was over there yesterday. So they saw my dog. It was a crew of bachelorettes. They saw me holding the puppy. Cheers to bachelor parties. And she took a picture, and her friend reacted where she wanted the cowboy reading a book with a dog. Cowboy dog book. Oh my god. I got to write that down. Do you guys know about Roger? Tell them about Two Girls, One Cup. Roger, tell them about Two Girls, One Cup. Tell them about Two Girls, One Cup. Tell them about Two Girls, One Cup. This is why 3 books works. And I feel so guilty every time it works. What's 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 one guy? What's one guy? 3 books. There you go. There you go. This is this is this is Christian. This is Christian awesomeness, which is which is if you have to date like a Christian, you're gonna have to make first base so great that you're competitive. You're competitive with only being at first or second base. It's not one man and a dog. It's one man, one dog, 3 books. It's one man, one dog, three books. What's one man, three books? It's it's I'm going to read one of them and I'm going to sell two of them. It's kind of like when you buy when you buy land, Roger. When you buy land, John Doerr wrote that book. So John Doerr, he's number 146 as far as richest people in the United States. Duck D's, where is your eBay? Where is your eBay listing? Where's your eBay listing? Where? Where? We go round and round. We go round and round. We go round and round. So when you buy three and you sell two of them, the two that you sell fund the one. So basically, you get a free one. You may not want to do that. That's called strategic default. No, not your eBay account. I'm talking about Duck D's. He was supposed to sell Braun Power Cord 7030458. Do you want to sell a Braun Power Cord 7030458? Measuring what matters. Can you make $10,000 from one Larry Chang video? The bar is so low. I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up. I'm pulling. Okay. Two girls, one cup. What is that? It's just one cup of knowledge. Where two girls, one cup is gross. But the cup of knowledge is good. Why? Because it's a cup of knowledge. What knowledge are we talking about? It's if you buy three books, you could have just borrowed one book from the library for $0. You could have just borrowed one book from the library. But then you're doing it okay, and you don't get to own that book unless you pay like $50 in late fees if you keep the book. So that's borrowing a book from the library and then keeping it. Three books at a book club where you're not just getting one book free, you're actually trying to make $800 selling books, which is, why would anyone ever buy a book for $800? Why? Well, that would be a person who makes $900 from the book. How do you make $900 from the book? Chapter 21, Chapter 9, Chapter 14, which is YouTube. I'm going to do this inverted. Here it is. Braun Power Cord 7030458. I just posted it. So, two girls, one cup of knowledge it's okay. I'm going to go back to Wired. Wired helps me lock in. So when you so when you think measuring what matters, $800. Most people who want to make money, they try to make $1 million. And when they try to make $1 million or $1 billion, they get kind of upset. They get kind of upset. They get kind of upset when they don't make it all overnight. And this is where your brain goes on delayed gratification. This is where your brain goes on broken mode. It's where your brain, you fail at the marshmallow test. What's the marshmallow test? They give little kids a marshmallow and they say, if you can just wait 10 minutes, I'll give you another marshmallow. And some kids can't wait. What is the point of delayed gratification in the marshmallow test? Is that when you're a kid and you just eat one marshmallow and you don't have delayed gratification, it ends up affecting the rest of your life. This is the first 5 years of your life. So if the first 5 years of your life are kind of rough, you end up kind of being retarded. This book in this video, it's called Measuring What Matters. And if you feel like you're retarded because you don't know why, it's probably because the first 5 years of your life were kind of, it's a baseball. You like it? It's kind of sexy. A baseball hit me in the face. Oh, for safety purposes, butt is the new first base, which is where when Tom Brady was getting fondled, her thumb was so close to his butt. Her thumb was so close to her butt. His butt. Her thumb, his butt. Yesterday somebody was popping selfies. Yeah. There it is. Ricardo Miller. Good job. Oh, that's what happens. I'm going to guess that you've never played a sport involving a ball. I'm going to guess that you've never played a sport ever. I know. It's crazy, right? I bet you're a jogger. You feel like you're good at, do you only jog? Let me guess. In the past week, you've run 14 miles. Oh my God, that's a lot of miles. Good job. I need to get more disciplined. Because I only can do the sports where I chase a ball. Like if there's not a ball in front of me, oh my God, does that make me like a dumb dog? Because if there's not a ball, I kind of don't want to run. But if there's a ball in front of me, I can probably run like 22 miles. But the ball constantly needs to be in front of me. And I need people. That says you don't have hand-eye coordination, which is why I could tell. Someone doesn't understand what it's like to be over 6 feet tall. You just told me how tall you are, which is 5'5". You just told me that you're 5'5". Is this crazy how I can do this? Is this crazy? Like you literally told me that you're a short person. You literally told me you're a short person because every time you talk, you sound like a short person. And at first, I couldn't quite put it together because I kind of assume everybody's at least 5'10", who's able to like talk as much. But in the volume that you talk, you're like 5'5". Uh, I'm gonna guess your college. Zero college. Zero college. Is this crazy? This is how to improve. This is how to improve. This is how to improve. Here, here. Pay me, pay me, pay me zero money, and just get the book, John Doerr, which is Measure What Matters. In fact, oh my God, I'm gonna get you $80,000 right now. You're welcome. There you go. How tall are you? Answer some simple questions. You can't. That's okay. Bullet point number one. Bullet point number one. Can you list out not two videos, but one video where you got better of the last 100 videos or 100 books that you read? Can you get better? Can you document how you got better? Can you document how you got better? Can you document how you got better? I want to write these out. You know what? I'm not going to write these out. You started at the 61-minute mark. You started at the 61-minute mark. How tall are you? How tall are you? Are you a woman? My God, you're a girl. You're a girl. You're a 5'4" girl. Oh my God, that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. Are you sexually attracted to my bruise? Oh my God. Oh my God. In pickup artistry, oh my God, Measure What Matters. In pickup artistry, it's called Everything Perfect, One Thing Wrong. Let me repeat that. It's called Everything Perfect, One Thing Wrong. How tall are you? How tall are you? How tall are you? Be honest. How tall are you? Jabafo got a little jealous. 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 I have this theory. I have this theory. I have this theory. I have this theory. It's not even a theory, it's a theorem. It's called Two Girls, One Cup of Knowledge. Women kind of hate other women. So I'm going to make you do Two Girls, One Larry Chang. Not because I want to do a three-way, but because it's two girls, one Larry Chang. Measure What Matters. So what we're doing isn't a sexual three-way. What we're doing is a not even a business three-way. We're doing a three-way where we realize that there are triangle dynamics. Because imagine My Pussy Hurts, and then being deleted by Jabafo, being deleted by Jabafo, which is, are you trying to curtail others ever on YouTube? Meaning, meaning, with our brain in a limited amount of time, a little amount of attention, limit. What is going to seem unlimited is abundance. When you limit versus focusing on abundance, this is where if you can just become positive on one video, which is why if you can just make $1 on the internet, you can make $800,000. Because most people, oh my God, measure what matters. This is what matters, which is at zero, you're going to be stuck at zero. Why is being stuck at zero so prevalent? It's prevalent because it's easy to lose focus. It's easy to lose attention. This is why on my Twitter, you know what? I won't even put it on my Twitter. I want to put it as a YouTube post. Because what we're doing on a YouTube post is we're going to get you off of zero. When you get off of zero, you become limitless. Page 62, page 64, page 67. Because look at the people who ask great questions. Any new hustle for 2026? When we ask better questions, we can measure what matters. This is a great question to ask, which is, what if this video were to make you $900? Larry, how do you make $900? Well, we can sell one more book for $800. Larry, is this a Ponzi scheme? A Ponzi scheme is only where you bring in investors. This is not a Ponzi like the way an Italian person would do it. This is a Ponzi the way that a Chinese person would do it, which is the money that you bring in, you get to keep. The money that you generate, you don't have to share up the pyramid. Is pyramid 2 girls, 1 Larry Chang? No, that's called the devil's 3-way, which is 2 guys, 1 girl. Ugh. It's answer the question. Answer the question. How tall are you? Answer the question. How tall are you? Answer. Answer, please. Brain exercise. Brawn. Power cord. First you sell one, then you buy one. Why do you sell it first? Because common sense gets you to go bankrupt. What's common sense? Common sense is you buy 50 and then you try to sell 50. It never works like that, which is how a pyramid scheme works. You get the person all excited about buying 50 and selling 50, that they buy 50 and they sell 3. So that's why it's a pyramid, is you never sell your inventory. You're the inventory. You're the sales. They can't actually sell the thing, so they sell the hope. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that compliment. Are you not a moderator? Thank you for that compliment. Darn it, I shouldn't thank people for their compliments. But you know what? Whatever. I'm breaking rules. Terry Mill Boulevard has chimed in to say hi. I don't understand what non-symbiotic fantasies of a hat wagon even mean. But I don't think you know what you're talking about either. The reason that the Braun power cord is so counterintuitive is that some people not only can't use AI, also can't Google things. They don't even know the name of their own Braun shaver. What we're doing with knowledge is we're front running what other people should know but don't know. That's the Braun power cord. See, it's not replicable. You just do it once and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it worked. It's not necessarily not replicable, it just doesn't scale. And then you're going to connect to this exercise, which is why this video is worth $80,000, which is you're going to do things that don't scale. Because the John Doerr book, it doesn't cite Paul Graham. It doesn't cite Paul Graham. And who's Paul Graham? He wrote an essay called Do Things That Don't Scale. And what doesn't scale is selling Braun power cords. But what you're trying to do is you're just trying to get over your first internet success. Where how many times have you seen videos on self-help? Because John Doerr's book, it's not self-help, it's a business book. But some people view business books as motivational books, where you're like, okay, but then you find out. What do you find out? You find out that the book actually doesn't suck. Here's something else that's important: is that the paperback, it has funny spacing, and the reason the paperback has funny spacing is because the page numbers are in parallel, meaning page 78 of the hardcover is also page 78 of the paperback. But the paperback book is significantly larger. So now the paperback book, it looks triple spaced. Why did I buy the hardcover? I bought the hardcover because it's actually cheaper than the paperback. Why is the hardcover cheaper than the paperback? Because it's a gift. Because it's a gift. Because it's a gift. So, in your question, would you agree talking to AI is like talking to Google? The way that Google runs Gemini 3 is inside of 55 days of insight, where it culminated on day number 70, which was February 8th. Let me repeat all that because it was kind of a lot. So there were 55 days of Gemini 3. There were 55 days of Gemini 3. So these 55 days of Gemini 3 are measuring what matters, which is all the days had some importance, which is 55 days of Gemini 3 at SF Super Bowl, where day number 70 was February 8th. Day number 70 was February 8th. And when you realize that day one was December 1 of December, then you connect the 31 days of December, the 31 days of January, and then the 8th day of February. So 31 plus 31 plus 8 gets you to 70. And when you're at day number 70 of the 55 days of Gemini 3 at SF Super Bowl, you're realizing that Gemini 3 is additive. And that's the whole made to measure concept. That's the whole made to measure concept. That's the whole made to measure concept, which is what if you were to get better day to day? This video bookended so nicely, right? Bookending where the beginning connects to the end and the end connects to the beginning. That almost sounded sexual, but hey, it is Valentine's Day. It is Valentine's Day.